now. Painting. Ignore the sound. Paint struggling for life. Just gotta mix up a nice colour. Oh no. I think I'm like almost out of colours. Hello. Welcome in. Oh, yeah. So I don't really have an exact design for this mask. I'm sort of just winging it. So we'll see how it turns out. It is. That's what I am, buddy. I don't know what you were expecting. Gang, what's happening? I am painting this mask, but I'm just trying to mix up the right colour. But it's not quite working. So it needs more white. Okay guys, I think I've mixed up the right colour. The paint is a little bit noisy and has a little mind of its own. Just like that. A little bit crazy. Okay, so basically, I guess, I'm going to add a bit of water to it so I have more. It's not water paints, but the water just helps me because I'm just doing a light outline for now. But basically, it's going to be the nose. It's going to come touch the eyes here. Like such. Oh, I'm not a Ethereum, by the way. I do make masks though, but yeah, sorry. A bit curly around here. No, I'm not Ethereum. Not Ethereum, and I only speak English, sorry. And how to make muzzles, I've posted a tutorial on my page before, if you want to check that out. Some painting progress. Oh, sorry, about the hard to hear. What animal am I doing? This is going to be a tabby cat. Now for the struggles of somebody without an airbrush having to blend colours. Slow process. Let's look at some blending. Oh, that's cool, making a pink fox. I've made like 60 foxes, so I don't think I'll do one for this batch. Well, I haven't made 60, I think I've made like 4. But in this batch, I think I'm going to make an opossum, raccoon, a few cats, an African dog, and a rat. And this is lovely starting. What animal is this mouse based off? It's just going to be a tabby cat, nothing too fancy. I do need to make up more paint though. Still got to paint it here. How many masks do I have? Well, of these, I only have 2 right now because I sold a bunch. But of masks that aren't these, I have like 6. Ignore my paint, people. Okay, more paint has been made. And abracadabra, the ears have paint on them. Hi, welcome. Now for a little bit of shading. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not talking a whole bunch. I'm mainly just focusing on painting right now. Thank you. Okay, it's slow progress, but like, it's still progress. It's looking kind of cool. Oh no, I think I added a bit too much black. A bit more brown colours. Some little eyebrow details. I'm not Etherean, just a little heads up. A few people have come on here and thought I should probably make a pinned comment or something, but I'll worry about that later. But yeah, I'm totally chill with them, and I know people, well, I don't know IRL people, but my moods and stuff, but yeah, personally, not one. A little bit of shading on the ears. Honestly, painting a mask is kind of like trying to get like these details. It's a bit hard without an airbrush, but it's kind of cool. Hi, very fluffy paw socks. And wanna be friends? I mostly just stick with the people I know, sorry. Like, you're welcome to come on here and chat or anything, but yeah. Okay, now I think I'm gonna try and do some fun markings. There's a look again. How do I make it? I've posted a few tutorials before, none recently, but they give an idea of, well, how I used to. I have different techniques now, but it does give an idea of how I make it, and it might help be of like use to someone. To my videos. There's some eye markings. Lovely, lovely. Next, the forehead markings. I always hate these because they're kind of scary. Because, like, if you stuff them up, you can't really go back and fix them. But I've drawn myself a little sketch layout. So I have an idea of what I'm doing. Ah, that is the most unscented line ever painted in history. I'm gonna cry. And then once I've finished with like all the details, it's dry and I've done the lining and stuff like that, this lovely fellow will go for sale on my Etsy. To anyone who sort of likes it. I haven't quite worked out a price yet, but that's for another afternoon. Bless you. So there's with some forehead markings. I'm kind of thinking there's the thinking a bit like I do a bit of a dark gradient out in the ear, just because that gives it some depth and dimension. Fancy pants, but yeah. It makes it look a bit 3D, which is kind of cool. I think it's looking decent right now. A few little still gonna make the nose and everything, but I'll do that once the base is dry. So anyone got any good price suggestions for what I should put this as? Because it'll come with like a, it'll have a nose, it'll have teeth, it'll be lined, it'll have eyes, ears, fluff. I don't know, I'm like sort of adjusting my prices a bit at the moment on Etsy, just because like I'm busier, so there's less things and time I have to make. So what I do makes a bit more, I don't know. Hi, welcome. Ta-da! Next up is the innards of the ear. Oh, wait, no, the back of the ear. Totally forgot about that. Ooh, I think my white might die on me after this. Which brush do I paint with? Okay, it's this one. Okay, that was a pretty nice colour match. I have applause to myself. The back of the ear always looks a little bit choppy, to be honest, but like, that's okay because it's the back of the ear and no one really looks there. Hi, thank you. Welcome. Hope you enjoy. I'm just painting and making this mask. Oh no, there's paint all on my fingers. It's not very helpful. And there's the back of one ear. It's going to get tidy up, of course, and it's going to still need its tabby patterning that the rest of the ear has. Ah, no, my paintbrush. So look at the back of the ear. I'll just go through and tidy it up with a bit of white in some places where it accidentally accidentally got connected stripes. Then I'll also add a few white details because, like, can't really go wrong with that. And one thing I personally like to do is add a little bit of white highlight along the front facing part of the ear. Just feels it gives it a nice pop of colour. So there's one ear front, one ear back, and then I've just got to repeat this. Might just tidy up this bit that comes around though. There we go. I am a furry. I'm not a furrian. Sorry, it's a little bit awkward to anyone who was unsure. And if you are unsure, you can always click on in my channel, and my description literally has anything that you might want to or need to know. I would play some music to be entertaining, but like YouTube copyright doesn't like that very much. The amount of paint one mask takes, I kid you not, is like emotionally damaging. It's like 2 whole tubes just to paint one mask. And if you say like, oh, it doesn't take me that much, I like to nicely lather my masks so they're all good and detailed. And I tell you that takes more paint than should be required. And because of the texture of the felt texture makes it like it absorbs a lot of paint. So yeah, prepare your paints. Here's the gradient for the back of the second ear, almost all done. This takes a lot of dry brushing to make a mask like this. I'm thinking about trying to get an airbrush for my birthday or saving up for one or something in the future to try. But for now, this is just the way that I do it. You lay your paint and then show. with the little extra touch-ups. There's the back of 2 ears done. And let's look at the front. Very nice. And now we can do the insides of the ear. Let's roll my sleeves up. Tidy up and rearrange my paints. Okay, so the inside of the ear will need some pink. And pink you make with red. But it's not going to be like a neon pink. I'm going to mix, oh, that was way too much red. I'm going to mix it with the browns of the browns, so it sort of sticks with the colour scheme of this kitty. And then it just needs a lot of white. And then a touch of brown. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat too much. I'll check it in a sec. Okay, I've made a very nice pink colour, I believe. It's now time to snip, slop, and slap it on. Pretty pink. Oh no, there was colour on my paint. A little bit of blending here and there. Honestly, I'm thinking about opening a PO box one day. I feel like that would be cool. And I could do like unboxing your parcels, stuff like that. I don't know, but like I'm in Australia, so I don't think anyone would actually send stuff. One ear done. Pretty pink. I'm just going to make sure the inside is also painted. Oh, lots of heard for review comments that I will not be reviewing. There we go. Oh, thank you to anyone who's been nice. No thanks to the people who aren't, but don't really care about whatever you're doing. Also, I hope this helps like anyone who's making a mask themselves and like sort of needed a bit of guidance. So like you can sort of pretty much see it's a bit wing. Like I'm winging this a bit. Because, I mean, I've made a lot of masks before, so I have an idea of what I'm doing. But once you get that idea of what you're doing, you can sort of just play around and try with all your, like, yeah, you get the point. I'm just blabbing to myself a bit. And now there's 2 painted kitty ears. Pretty. Okay. Just going to try and revive some of this dead paint. Just like trying to find where any wet paint on here is. can't forget about the eyeliner. Even though it's lightly done, once you have the eyes, it really helps show that they exist. And yeah, so once this is all dry, basically, once this is all dry, the next step in actually making a mask is, so I use some clay on the nose, and then I paint that and glue it on afterwards and everything. So I do the lining, I add the fur on the ears and the cheeks here, which is where I've left the extra tusk for, and make the eyes. And here's sort of a look on the inside of how they look. You like have the felt around the eyes, you do the elastic, all that stuff. And yeah, so for now, I think I might just add the tiny little touch-ups, and then I'm going to leave this mask to dry. So thank you very much to anyone who actually came on here and like, oh my god, no, there's red on my paintbrush. Ah! So as I was saying, thank you to the people who like came and stayed and watched and chatted amongst yourself, and I don't know, just chilled. It was nice. I hope. Okay, yeah, never mind. I've got to fix this issue I just created for myself. I was going to say this live is basically done, but fortunately not quite yet. I don't think there was a whole lot this time, but thank you to any moderators who helped as well. Always appreciate your work. Oh my god, I'm a sucker for adding like extra little detail even when it looks enough. I just can't help it. A little bit of dry brushing to finish it all up. Bit too much dry brushing there. And I feel like it needs a tiny touch of white on the cheeks. Abracadabra. Now I've just got to find a... Oh, that's gone a little bit rogue. Now you guys get to watch me pack up my dyeing paint collection. My brown is, I think, officially dead after its painful use today. The white, literally coming off in chunks. Also pretty much at the end of its life. These two I didn't even use. How silly. And this big one is my high quality paint, which thankfully I didn't have to use because I'm trying to save that stuff. It's expensive. Just going to keep the paint there in case I need to colour match anything. Yeah, if anyone's interested, this mask is going to be put for sale on my Etsy when I finish it in a few days. And mask quality, I think it's pretty decent. It'll be lined, have eyes, everything. Coming, one sec. And yeah, thank you so much for coming and staying, and I'll be doing another live same time tomorrow night if you want to see me continue. Bye!